Hello and welcome to another episode of Mole's Releases. My name is Chaos Mole, and today we have the week October 2019 from the 21st of October till the 25th of October. And as always, we are taking a look at all the upcoming and interesting releases, mostly for the PC. Keep in mind that most of the games we mention here will, of course, also come out for the consoles. But let's dive right into the releases, shall we? Because this week is actually a pretty big week for releases in general. On Tuesday, we have nothing really anything on Monday. So on Tuesday, we have Moons of Madness. Moons of Madness is the newest horror sci-fi game from Funcom, and I think it's also the same creators who did The Park from Funcom. And looks creepy. It's basically Cthulhu on the moon, and you have to figure out what the heck is going on there and not going completely crazy. Also on Tuesday, two other games are coming out I want to mention very quickly. We have WWE 2020, which is another 2K game. I assume we will have plenty of microtransactions in there, as we normally have. And speaking of farming, on the same date, we have Farming Simulator 2019, the Platinum Edition coming out, or Platinum Expansion. What that means is, well, you are getting the whole Farming Simulator 2019 from last year, and they are adding some nice additions to the game. I think one of the additions is winter, something with winter. I'm not 100% sure. I'm not really playing any of the farming games, so what I just said can be completely bullshit because I don't really care too much for this. Yeah. And then for the rest of the week, we don't have really much till Friday. And Friday, oh boy, we are getting games. The first and probably long awaited game is The Outer Worlds. You know, the game by the creators of Fallout 1 and 2, and also by the developers of Fallout New Vegas. And The Outer Worlds is created by Obsidian. Keep in mind, this is not a game when Obsidian was bought by Microsoft. They were not that quick because Obsidian was bought last year by Microsoft and they're not developing a game in a year. So this game was in development for a long time and it's actually published by Private Division. And Private Division is another 2K arm, or well, actually it's Take-Two. Take-Two is the mother company, and Take-Two is owning Rockstar, 2K, and the Private Division. And Private Division is a little bit like their indie company or double A company. So they are not going into the direction of a triple A title, but they are still looking for quality games with hopefully tons of fun gameplay elements, and The Outer Worlds looks very, very interesting for me personally. We definitely have a full playthrough planned on the channel. Yeah, you will have tons of builds, you have to make tons of decisions when you start the game until the end of the game. You can be the good guy, you can be the bad guy, you can be a complete psychopath if you so desire, and your decisions will shape the game. I hope it's less buggy. Keep in mind that Ubisoft, Obsidian, close. Obsidian, unfortunately, has a track record for releasing games which could be in a better state. But I hope that this won't be an issue. So we will see how it goes. But I'm definitely looking forward to The Outer Worlds. And then also on Friday, October 25, we have Call of Duty Modern Warfare. Oh yeah, that Modern Warfare. No, not that Modern Warfare. The other Modern Warfare. You know, the new one. And this game will have a single player campaign. It will have multiple multiplayers, and it looks interesting. I've played the beta, and I have to say this was one of the most fun Call of Duty games I had in a very long time. And we could only play the multiplayer. No single player was given, and it already looked really interesting. I like the realism mode. I like the new night vision mode because that's pretty cool. And I definitely enjoyed what is it called, Ground War, where you have 30 people or 32 people fighting against 32 people, like Battlefield style. And you have also vehicles in that ground war, and I just hope they have more maps. I'm a little bit afraid that we are only getting one maps. Also very interesting to note, Activision has announced that Call of Duty Modern Warfare will not have a season pass anymore. There will not be paid DLCs, and they're just releasing all the weapons, maps, and so on for everyone. There will be a season pass where you can probably unlock some skins here and there, but that's about it. They're not splitting up the community anymore. And it is also rumored that there might be another BR mode coming later down the line for Modern Warfare, because let's be honest here, BR has worked very, very well for the latest Call of Duty game. So we will see how this goes. I'm not really interested in the BR mode, but everything else looks interesting. And I have to admit, I am very happy to see that they are getting rid of the DLC and the season pass, because especially with Call of Duty, where I knew that I would just like get a new Call of Duty next year, my interest of buying more content for a game, which is getting thrown out of the window a year after, didn't really interest me. So I'm glad that they're actually getting rid of it and now focusing just on the game. There are also apparently no loot boxes in the game. I believe that when I see it, because what Activision likes to do is they like to show people like, hey, there are no loot boxes in our game. Isn't that cool? And then 3 months later, they're like, oh, by the way, we are patching in loot boxes. Surprise! Isn't that fun? So I will believe it when I see it. So we have to give that a little bit of time. But I'm looking forward to it, weirdly enough. The last Call of Duty I played was, I think, Modern Warfare 2? At least the full release. I played most of the betas, which came out afterwards, but I never really jumped the gun and grabbed me the full release because I just didn't enjoy it too much. But yeah, these are our releases for this week, and we are already done with that. So thank you so much for watching and listening. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you want to check out some of the games I just mentioned, you can of course check them out on my stream. We are doing from Monday to Friday, and we are always starting at 8 a.m. EDT or EST, depending on what time zone it is right now, which is 1 p.m. UK time and 2 p.m. Central European time. With that said, thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you next time.